The cheek of it! The cheek of it! As soon as I go to the car park to change my big coat for a thinner hoodie, police car pulls in the car park and the two police officers get out. Should I call them police officers? I don't think so. The two state officers get out and start peeping in everyone's windows. And then the male one goes past me and goes, "Alright." And then they get in their car and drive off. And it's like, what are you doing? Looking for something to steal? As if you don't steal enough from us via taxation. Sorry, but at the end of the day, there's no difference between police and thieves. None whatsoever. So, heading up to Saddle Tor now. I was wondering whether to choose the track with the horses or without the horses. I'm choosing the track that bypasses the horses. Not bypasses them, but goes kind of straight to them. It just struck me that horses are, for the most part, the most docile moorland animal. Sometimes they do go crazy and just kind of run around, like chasing each other and running out into the road in fits of mad rage, but they just have like a little mad hour, like cats have sometimes in frustration. For the most part, I'd rather approach a horse than a cow or a sheep, because I feel like these dudes, how you doing, mate? They're not going to do too much if you get close to them. Right, buddy? I don't know what they do when you're in the vicinity of their foals, like the parental defense thing comes in, but for the most part I feel pretty fine about approaching horses, but not so much with other moorland stuff. There's a weird run off the lane made here, and some ditchy tracks and some sand. Got a video on this tour already on my channel, and Haytor, go check them out. It's an older video, but it checks out. That one's the top, but this one's more fun. And in case I do happen to make this a new video, separate from Rip and Tor, which I've just been up, are you liking this video? That's a nice little standout bit there. I haven't seen that before. This is a cool chunky thing to walk on, but look at this. There is something around here which I'd like to visit sometime. I've actually done like an art piece on it, crossing it with like alien of all things, which is Bowerman's nose. That sentence probably didn't make any sense to anyone, but I'll put it on the screen here. A picture of Bowerman's nose on this side, and a picture of my art based on Alien and Bowerman's nose on this side. And I haven't actually been to that tour, but it just looks really distinctive. And that's around here. I mean, it's not here, it's more like all the way over there somewhere. So that might be Holwell Tor over there. Oh, it's a big chunky stack of rock there. I might get on it in a sec. Haytor. Well, some of those are the Emsworthy rocks, and one of them's Fitch's Holt, and I've been to those. And maybe the Holwell one is actually behind it, which you can't make out very well on the screen because it's in the shade just behind that main stack there. Here's some alternate stacks of Saddle Tor. Yeah, look at that one. It stands out quite a lot, doesn't it? There's one on the end here. Again, cool views around this part of Dartmoor. You can see why it's like the touristy bit. Like, it's nearer to Exeter, very touristy, so the ground is like settled to this dry kind of super firm thing that the rest of the moor doesn't normally get. And yeah, you can just find in the outer bit here, in the moorland bit, you can find a ton of huge tors clustered together. Max is more interested in the less moorland bit in the forests and woods, because you can get a lot of tours out on a kind of crescent around the east of Dartmoor in the woods, like, and there's lots of hidden tours in the forests and things. Let me see, what's it like getting on top of this thing? Yeah, I think this will be a couple of revisits here and then Haytor. Maybe I'll go to Haytor quarries, or maybe I'll just break off and look at, because there's clearly some tours over there. No, I've been to those. I just realised I've been to those ones. There's a Dartmoor letterbox in there. And there's the top bit. There's kind of a very localised marsh down there. Let's go see if we can find a way up. What's a good way up? Not this way. No, I'm not keen on that. Try the other side. Okay, not the best. Not the best way up. Oh my god. Oof, yeah, that bit's a bit difficult. That bit's that's not the best to climb. Get on your knee at one point. But that's how you get up here, I guess. Plain sailing. Once you're there. It's like an island over there, isn't it? We should be surrounded by the sea. Imagine if all this was underwater and just Saddle Tor and Haytor poke their heads up out of it and rip and Tor. Look at the little grains and granules in the rock. You see that? That's so strange. They're all different directions from each other. Crystals. How did that happen? How does that happen? Teeth. A weird bouncing cave, kind of a Loganstone type deal. Look at that. Oh. Saddle Tor in itself is quite big, isn't it? You just have to pick the right side of it. God, it must look like a cliff from down there. Lots of German voices around here. Das ist gut, ja? We're being invaded. I wonder if that's a way you can climb up that funnel, maybe. There's like a pad. That's weird. They're putting a mattress down or something. Maybe they're like mountain rescue practices. Can I walk around the slanty thing to get back to where I was? Huh. Kind of. Is that a big jump from down there? That's not bad actually. That looks like an easier way down, especially because there's a little foothold here. That is a much easier way down than it was to get up here. Oh man, can you get up this way? Yeah, so if you jump up here, is there a good foothold to get back up this way? Good hand up. No, it's hard to get back up that way. Alright, whatever. Whatever, dudes. Let me go that direction. It's getting windy. Oh, are we filming? What the hell? Look at that giant sleeping reptile. That giant monster, it really is a giant. Last time I came here, it was just before the start of the authoritarian governmental lockdowns, and people were, I think it like just been announced, the whole, you know, we believe this thing has come along and it's going to kill you all sort of thing, and people were just having their last bits of kind of freedom, I think, and not really taking it seriously, as they shouldn't have once you knew what it all was. I remember on Haytor, to climb to the top bit up there, you've got handrails, and me in the mindset of thinking, oh, maybe this virus is a real thing. Oh, maybe we shouldn't be touching the handrails with our bare hands. Maybe we should put little bits of kitchen roll between our hand and the rails, you know, stupid nonsense thinking like this. In the end, I just like climbed it as normal, as did everyone else on that day. No idiotic squirting hand sanitizer over yourself, or putting gloves on, or putting things between you and the metal to get up there. People were just going up and down there. And then after that, the mania ensued, I think, and a lot of those people who were climbing the Tor that day soon got fooled into, as I was, fooled into the belief that this was a real thing to be afraid of, and that they should all do what their TV says. Horrible times, horrible times. Hopefully this will be a better time to be on top of Haytor. Yeah, I'd like to get on top. I can see a family wearing bluish things following a track up there, which might be a good track to take up to it. And then on the other side, it's quite nice actually just to stand under that cliff. Really amazing standing under that thing. You get a good perspective of how huge the whole thing is looking up at it. Just look at it. I mean, would you look at that? That is enormous. I mean, I know if you're in Scotland you've probably seen things bigger than that, but for Dartmoor, I mean, that's big. What even am I looking at? Imagine if someone slipped off the top right now and just came falling down that sheer face toward me. That's insane. How do you can comprehend what your eyes are seeing? Madness. I suppose some people try to climb that, do they? How do you start climbing that? Well, I don't know how you get past that overhang. I suppose you start somewhere else. Just looking straight up right now. Whoa. What is this? This doesn't belong here. There's clearly something wrong with this place. This has been put here. It's so out of place. Look at the rest of the moor. Look at that. And then you see this. Like, what is that, man? It's Haytor, obviously. Let's try and take this high path to get on top. Oh, look at these little lily pad type things. What would you call that? I like that. Sitting in the grooves there, like Tor or something. Are we going up a little funnel? This is cool. Little alleyway. It's kind of a heart shape on the ground down there. Why is it that the super steep parts today are always just a lot easier than the undulating hills? Maybe I go up here? No, I'll keep going this way. Right, well there's the car park I was in earlier that I wasn't going to pay for. So I think there should be a more or less straight line path from that to the top. Should I climb this? I'm not sure. Let's try climbing this bit. Oh, no, I've got to go. Wait, that's stack 2. I forgot about stack 2. It's got one just like it over there that's slightly smaller. It might be easier to climb up from what I've seen people on top quite regularly. I'll go up the bigger one though. There it is. Lots to see. It doesn't look so massive from when you're on top of the back of it. Stack 2's its own thing. It doesn't look far from here. It's more lava-like. It looks kind of like we're at Little Lynx Tor or something. Until you look off the edge of it and realise we're kind of high up. What's the height of this thing? I'll put the height on screen if I know it. Okay. It's not quite it's not what I remember. It's I thought it was like ladder bars, but it's not. Anyway, I think I'm going to need both hands to climb it. So I'll put you away for a sec. Don't have my head mounted camera at the moment. Okay. We're on top. Seems like nothing at all coming up from this direction. Oh, that must be Haytor Quarry. That's Haytor Quarry. Okay. Oh no, no. Is that it? Is that it or that it? There's a big ditch over there as well. Why are there two? There's 2 quarries. God, it just looks like nothing up here. It doesn't look like there's a gigantic sheer cliff on the edge of Haytor, but I know from just being there that there is. It kind of makes you want to go near the edge because it's just like a gently sloping globe. And the closer to the edge you get, the crazier it gets. Should I put you on? I can put you on a long stick. Tilt you a little bit, my dudes. Don't worry, everything will be fine. I think we need to angle you so you're facing me. We still can't see the edge from here, but maybe if I tilt down, you guys will see it. I'm not going to go too near the edge, but you guys might go a little bit closer. Was that scary? I didn't go there, but you did. It's a little bit hard taking a picture of myself on here. Maybe I can. I'll take my photo from this footage somewhere in there. There's probably some good footage. Can't film the top anymore, but you can sort of see. You can sort of see. The sun's gone away though. Lots of German people around today for some reason. Lots of them. They're everywhere. Okay. Let's see if it's harder getting down than it was getting up. I assume it will be. There's a queue to come down. Oh, I wish it was sunny up here while I was up here. Such an awkward way to travel. Alright, my dudes, that has been a review? That's not what I meant to say at all. That has been a little revisit of Saddle Tor and Haytor. Thank you for watching.